Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. We see film industry and envy the ones who start on the big screen in their early childhood and envy them for the success they have served on a silver platter. They've already achieved that takes some people a lifetime to achieve and they still are 100th best in the line. But the truth about children's stars is not simple. In fact, all that fun, games, and glamour. Not every child star turns out to be successful. We imagine they will, so in this video, we're going to take a look at child superstars who ruined their careers. Before we start, if you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and check out other videos as well. Let's start the video. Number 10. Lindsay Lohan. Lohan was born in 1986 in New York City and was first publicly recognized for her role as the twins in Disney's remake of The Parent Trap, and her famous image rose to even more fame with her later roles in 2003's Freaky Friday and 2004's Mean Girls. However, her being a star did not do her any favors. As she grew to fame, she began to appear in the nightclubs of New York City, and her life quickly fell in the traps of negative publicity. Since she was a child star, many people saw her as a role model, and children wanted to go down the same path, but her later actions burned her image. In 2007, Lohan was arrested for crashing her Mercedes into a tree, and 2 months later, she was arrested again for being involved in a car accident. During the search of the scene, she was found in the possession of cocaine. As a result, she was held accountable for reckless driving and driving under the influence. She was sentenced to 4 days in jail. Later in 2007, Lohan checked into a rehab as required by her recent sentences. When she was released, Lohan said that she wanted to stay sober and out of Los Angeles. After managing to stay clear of the press for a few years, she reappeared after being sentenced to 90 days in jail for missing a DUI hearing. In 2011, she was charged with the theft of a necklace from a jewelry store. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes started her career at the age of 7 when she starred in her first commercial and moved to stage productions including Annie and The Sound of Music. Following her ventures, she landed a role in Nickelodeon's TV series, all that while simultaneously hosting her own program, The Amanda Show. From there, her success kept growing and got starred in a number of roles, including her part as Holly on the WB sitcom What I Like About You. Unfortunately, her fame went to her head and she soon found her face printed on the front of tabloids for all the wrong reasons. Shortly after she retired in 2012, she got arrested for driving under the influence, and later she was involved in 2 more hit and runs, and when she was impounded, she was driving with a suspended driver's license. In 2013, the famous child star was arrested for drug use in her New York City apartment lobby after the incident revealed that she had thrown a bong from her apartment window and got charged with reckless endangerment, drug possession, and tampering with evidence. Later the same year, she started a fire near a residential driveway in California and was placed on psychiatric hold. She even went to rehabilitation, and in 2014, she turned her life around. However, not long after she got her license back, she was charged with driving under the influence. Fortunately for Bynes, she has finally managed to regain control of her finances and straighten out her life. She took time off from the tabloids to mend family relationships and showed interest in other hobbies, namely at a fashion design school. People magazine has confirmed that Bynes is in a happy and healthy place in her life as of August 2018. Number 8. Britney Spears. Born in 1981 in Mississippi, Spears landed her first role at the age of 11, starring in the all-new Mickey Mouse Club. The success came after being rejected at her first audition at the age of 8. In 1995, her music career began. She was quickly signed by Jive Records to produce the first single, and 4 years later, the single reached the top of the charts after the release of a controversial music video with Sparks in a skimpy outfit. Over the years, her costumes got thinner and thinner and she grew to more fame, but her image of an innocent girl changed to a mature artist. She performed her hit single, "I'm a Slave for You," at the MTV Video Music Awards, drawing more attention as she danced with a python in a revealing costume on stage. She got married to a childhood friend in 2004, but annulled the marriage after just a few days. A few months later, she married her backup dancer and announced their first child in 2005. From there, she got on the downhill train. In 2006, she was seen driving with her infant son on her lap that made the national headlines, and she gave birth to their second son only 2 months before filing for divorce from her husband. Then she began hanging out at the club scene and reportedly checking in and out of rehabilitation. In 2007, Spears shaved her head before checking into a treatment center. By the year 2008, she was no longer the sensation she used to be. The same year, she released her album Circus, which made it to the top of the charts, and she started to regain consciousness of her lost fame, but things are no longer the same as they used to be. Number 7. Brian Bonsall. Brian was born in 1981 in California and grew up in Hollywood. From 3 to 14 years old, he played roles in a variety of shows and movies, including Family Ties, Star Trek: The Next Generation, and the Disney film Blank Check. In 1995, he took a break from acting to join high school, where he developed a taste for punk music. In 2007, his life took the worst turn when he got arrested for driving under the influence and for assaulting his girlfriend. From 2007, he was repeatedly arrested for possession of drugs and third-degree assaults. Now he lives in Boulder by playing rhythm guitar in a punk band called Low Job. Number 6. Drew Barrymore. Barrymore was born in 1975. She landed her first job at the age of 6 in E.T., the Extraterrestrial. Her career exploded in the 1990s as she starred in Poison Ivy, Gun Crazy, Bad Girls, and Bad Boys on the Side. At the age of 9, her mother started taking Drew to nightclubs during the absence of her alcoholic father. It was in these years that a young Barrymore became familiar with the effects of drugs and alcohol. At just 13, she violently attacked her mother in an attempt to throw her out of the house. As a result, Drew was placed in a rehabilitation center. After a subsequent suicide attempt to try to reclaim her life, she filed successfully for emancipation at 15 and moved into her own apartment with a job at a local coffee shop. Number 5. Shia LaBeouf. LaBeouf was born in California in 1986 and is best known for his starring role as Sam Witwicky in the Transformers movies. He began his career by doing stand-up comedy in his hometown before being inspired by a friend in the film industry. LaBeouf instantly began looking for an agent and auditioning for parts. Coming from a financially unstable family, LaBeouf suffered mental and verbal abuse at the hands of his father, who had developed a substance abuse problem. At the age of 19, he was arrested on the charges of assault after he threatened his neighbor with a knife. After that, he got arrested multiple times and have never been casted in a movie again. Who are your favorite childhood actors who are no longer a part of the industry? Share with us in the comments below. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.